Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Miss Blessing Judge, and today I will be showing you guys how I achieved this look. It's just nothing hectic, nothing much. The main thing today is this story time that I'm about to tell you guys. I will be telling you guys a story of how I went to a stranger's house at night. If this is your first time coming to my channel, hello, my name is Miss Blessing Judge. Please join the family by subscribing and liking this video, giving it a huge thumbs up. So yes, let's get to the story time without any further ado. Yeah. Let me show you how I achieved this look. So I'm gonna start with this petroleum jelly. It's from Lesotho. It's a product of Lesotho. It's called Sitsoto. It's very good for skin. I had a say in the past few weeks or days, and then my mother bought this for me, and it works like magic. I know it looks traditional and all, but trust me, it works. It's called Sitsoto from Lesotho. So I like using petroleum jelly for my eyeshadow base because it makes my eyeshadows more pigmented. So that's why I'm going to be using it. So I'm going to be using these brushes from Urban Studio. So I'm gonna take this eyeshadow brush to do my eyeshadows, and then I'm gonna take this eyeshadow palette and use it. I do not know which shades I'm going to be using, so yeah, let me start. Hey, yeah, guys, I can't believe that I did such a thing. Yeah, but anyways, 2018. Can you guys see me? Okay, cool. So 2018, you guys, I was a student living in Nigeria, in Pretoria, and living in a student accommodation, right? Right. So me and that student accommodation, I had like 1 million friends. 1 million friends, almost each and every floor of that building. I don't know how many friends I had, and those friends together with their roommates, we were just all friends. Okay, cool, sharp. So one weekend, I don't know if it was a Saturday or a Friday, but we literally had no plans, because normally we would have plans and go out, but this time I think it's because we were broke, and either way, the environment was boring. Like in Pretoria, there wasn't anything going on. The places were not posting like any celebrity coming or anything. Like, the point is, it was just a boring weekend, plus we didn't have money, and yeah, we just didn't have plans. So we were like, okay, cool, sharp, let's just all go to our rooms and sleep or do whatever. Hey. Okay, so as we are going to our rooms, I get to my room, and I watch YouTube, and then I get tired of it. So now, like, I was just at a point where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so bored. What do I do with myself? So I was like, okay, cool. Let me just go through my phone and delete people's numbers, because I had a tendency of, whenever I feel like you and I were friends, but it seems like maybe you're far away and we're never gonna meet again, or you were just somebody who's an ex and we're never gonna hang out or do whatever again. If I do not see the point of having your number on my phone, then I will just delete your number, because what is your number doing on my phone? We're not talking and we're never gonna meet. So what's the point of having your number? So I have that process of, every now and then I delete their numbers, and people who I see that, you know what, this is not working out, whether it's a friendship or a relationship or something, whatever, I just delete people's numbers. People who are, how do you say, people who are just not clicking with me anymore. So I'm going through that process of deleting people's numbers, people that are no longer talking to me. Cool. So as I'm scrolling through my phone, I come across this number, and the number is saved as the name Leslie. So me, I'm thinking to myself, okay, here's a number on my phone. I do not know this number. I do not know this name. And I'm like, who's Leslie? I don't think I've ever met a person called Leslie before. I don't have a family member called Leslie. I don't have a cousin, church member. Nobody that I know is called Leslie. But on my phone, that number was saved as Leslie, as if me and that person met before and we exchanged our numbers, and then I basically saved, like, typed his number. It was a typed name. It typed Leslie. So I'm confused at that time. I'm like, man, who's Leslie? I don't know anybody called Leslie. So I'm confused. I try to remember, and then nothing comes to mind. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because I don't know if I should delete this number or not, because I don't even remember. I don't even know who this person is. Okay, cool. So I was like, okay, the only way to at least see the person's face is at WhatsApp, because WhatsApp contact list, the contact list at WhatsApp, at least, even if you and I have never talked, if you have made your profile picture public, then everybody can see your profile picture. So I was like, the only way to get to know this man or this woman, I didn't even know what it was, a man or a woman, but the only way to know this person is via WhatsApp. So let me go to the WhatsApp contact list and look at the profile picture. Hey, so I go to the WhatsApp profile picture, right? When I get there, okay, cool, it's a man, but I don't know him. I literally do not know this man. So I'm confused. I'm like, but why is his number saved on my phone as if him and I had met before? Like, this is so confusing. What do I do? So I was like to myself, okay, girl, the only way to get to know this guy, who this guy is to text him. Text him and ask him who he is. So I texted him on WhatsApp. I'm like, hi. He's like, hi. I'm like, how are you? He's like, I'm good, and you? At least he responds like immediately. And I say, he's like, how are you? Whatever. And I'm like, I'm good, whatever. And then I'm like, yo, listen, I have your number saved on my phone as Leslie. Is your name Leslie? He's like, yeah, my name is Leslie. I'm like, so okay, Leslie, what is your number doing on my phone? When and where did we meet? And when and where did we exchange numbers? Because I am confused. I do not know where your number comes from. So he's like, oh, I don't know you to explain, like, who are you? And I tell him my name and where I live, and he's like, I've never heard of you before. And I say to him, or maybe he's the one that suggested that he checks on his phone if he has my number. And then Mugai, he does check his phone, only to find out that my number is also saved on his phone, and it's saved as my name. So he's like, is your name so and so? And I'm like, yes, that's my name. So he's like, oh my gosh, I also have your number saved on my phone as so and so. So I'm like, oh, that's strange. Because such things happen only when, like, you have met a person and then you exchange numbers and then you save those numbers. Because if you save a person's number, that is when you get to see the name. Because I get when you get the number, after that you get the name and then you save it as the name. So that only happens, in my opinion, or what I know, is that only happens when you meet a person face to face. So it was strange because guy was like, okay, your name is also here, but because he was like, is your name so and so? I'm like, yes. He's like, okay, cool, your name is also saved here, but I don't know you. I don't remember ever meeting you. I'm like, same here. I don't remember meeting you, but your name and your phone number is on my phone. Guys, at that time, it's It's literally like around 8:30 at night. I'm talking to this stranger. Hey, I am talking to this stranger, and he doesn't know me. I don't know him, but we both have each other's numbers saved on our contact list. So he's like, okay, now that you don't know me and I don't know you, the only way to try and remember each other is if we meet face to face. I'm like, okay, cool. That sounds like a good idea. So he's like, okay, how about now? How about you come? 8:30 at night, guys. A stranger on the phone is saying, come to my place. Guess what I said? Yes. That's what I said. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm gonna come. And he's like, okay, cool. Let me Uber you. I'm like, okay, cause that day, since when I had no plans, I was in bed the whole day watching TV. So I was like, no, 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 I haven't freshened up. So give me about an hour to freshen up. Then at least I will be able to come. He's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna give you about an hour. That was 8:30 or around 8:30 when we were talking. Huh? Yeah. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl gel eyeliner. Hey guys, you won't believe what happened. You literally won't believe what happened. Like, this is so crazy. I was in the middle of telling a story time. I don't know if you can see my face right now. My face has changed. Um, you guys won't believe this, but I was in the middle of telling a story time in the middle of doing my makeup. I don't know, the last thing I did was my eyebrows, right? I was doing my eyebrows. I know my eyeshadows. So after eyeshadows, I did eyeliner. After eyeliner, I was like, okay, cool. Let me put glue on my lashes and wait for the lashes to be tacky, for the glue to be tacky. As I'm waiting, I'm like, okay, let me just lie down for like 2 minutes. Guys, that was yesterday, maybe at night. That 2 minutes laying down, I fell asleep. Correct. I basically fell asleep in the middle of shooting a video. Oh, I'm not serious. What? I fell asleep, you guys. And now even my eyeshadows look a mess. I don't know if I should wipe them off and start afresh or if I should just continue from there. But I feel like maybe, should I wipe them off? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna wipe them off. Guys, I fell asleep. I fell asleep in the middle of filming. In the middle of my recording. So that is just too bad. Cause at least I had some energy to like tell the story. Now I just woke up. It's 3:40. Let me look at the time. It's 3:49. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see. It's 3:49 and I just woke up. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let me just continue. I'm sure the glue is so, oh my gosh, it's so dry. I was waiting for my lashes. I was waiting for my lashes to dry out and be tacky. And then I fell asleep. So ever since I was like, let me sleep 2 minutes. Then I wake up the next day. Guys,
Who falls asleep while recording a YouTube video? That doesn't make
You know
sense.
what? Let me just continue the story. I don't even know if I would be as energetic, but the point is to tell you the story and to show you the look that I was going for. So let me basically tell you the story. Let me wipe this makeup off. Yeah, but I don't think I should wipe my eyebrows. Eyebrows take forever, guys. Let me just wipe my eyeshadows. Okay, guys, we are back. I just did my eyeshadows and my lashes, guys. I know I look crazy. I know I look crazy because these lashes are not the same. Continue with this story. Yeah, it was 8:30 at night. So guy and I are texting, right? So he said to me, pull up on me so that we can just talk about this, meet face to face and see if you and I will remember something. So I agreed. Ha, stupid me. At that time, I say yes, sure. Guys, I am saying yes to a stranger who's suggesting that him and I should meet at his house at night. A person that I don't know. I'm like, okay, cool. And I said to him, no, um, I've been in bed the whole day, so I haven't freshened up. So give me about an hour to freshen up. He's like, okay, cool. I'll text you when you're after an hour to check if you're done. And then from there, I'll Uber you. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So I freshen up and this TV. Let me lower the volume. Okay, cool. So after an hour, he texts, "Oh, are you done?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am. I'm done. You can Uber me now. I'm ready. I'm basically ready to go." He's like, "Okay, cool. So send me your address, your location. Send me your location." I'm like, "Okay." Miguel is busy sending the address to a stranger. Oh, I live in Acadia. What's Pretoria Street? Hmm. Send him a location and everything. Okay, cool. And then he calls an Uber for me. Then the Uber guy comes. Then the guy and he's texting me. He's like, the Uber says it's outside, so you can go um to the Uber. I'm like, okay. Guys, like at that time is I can last I texted him before, but I think it was 8:30. This time it's somewhere around 9:30. Guys, yeah. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Warm Honey. Okay. So Miguel meets the Uber guy. I meet the Uber guy and the Uber guy is like, "Hello, how are you?" I'm like, "I'm good." And he's like, um, and he's like, "My dear, do you know where you're going?" I'm like, "Sir, no, I don't know where I'm going." He's like, "Okay, cool. The person sent me the address of where he lives, but if this GPS fails us or breaks down or something like that, then we will be lost and we will be stuck in the middle of nowhere. So you don't know where you're going. I don't know where you're going." Because the guy didn't know the place we're going. He was just relying on the location that they sent him, the GPS location. He's like, he doesn't know where he's going. I don't know where he's going. So this is risky, but let's just hope that the GPS won't fail us. Okay, cool. We go relying on the GPS, right? Right. So he drives and drives. Yo, guys, that was a very long drive. I slept on the way. Yo, I was sleepy. What is up with me and sleepy? So I'm sleeping. So I'm telling. like, did I tell the guy that I'm sleeping? I don't know if I told him or what, but I was like, oh, I'm feeling really sleepy. He's like, don't worry, it's fine. You can sleep. I'll wake you up after an hour. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. And then I sleep. After an hour, Velo, he wakes me up. He's like, my dear, uh, I don't know which way to go. I'm like, what do you mean? Because we came across this road where it was like, it's a. Let me describe to you guys how the road was. I look like Rafiki from like the Lion King. Okay, so we came across this road, right? The road is like this, like this. This one, it's going straight from wherever and it goes there. It looked like a national road because I'm sure that was somewhere around 10:30, 11. There were some cars passing the road, maybe like after a few minutes or after a while, one yana car, after a while, another car. And then this one was going downhill, like surrounding some sort of a mountain. The road was like surrounding a mountain. It was so dodgy, guys. It looked so dodgy. But down there, I think now we are here, we are up here. Down there, we can see some lights as if as a town. You get, it wasn't like really like a city type of lights, but like it was looking like a town. Okay, cool. So the guy, I don't know what the GPS was doing, but like it confused him between these two roads. Which one do we take? Because this one that has Boma 1 yana, 2, 3 yana cars passing, it looks like a safer road, yes, because this one looks dodgy. But this one looks like the one that looks safe looks like it's gonna take us out of the province. It looked like a national road that's gonna take you somewhere, like, you know, and like we're not going out of the province. That guy said he lives in Gauteng. Uh-uh. Huh? So we decide to take the dodgy looking road because down there we could see the lights, the town lights. So as he's driving, surrounding, going around that mountain place thing, hey, guys, it was so dodgy. I didn't even wake up. I was just like this. I mean, I woke up. I didn't even sleep. Because I slept earlier and then after an hour he woke me up to check out the roads and we had to decide which road we were taking. So we took the dodgy one. Even the driver was so scared. He's like, oh my gosh. I ain't never been on this road before because it was so dodgy as if like something might pop out of like the bush. It just looked like those type of places where you could get hijacked, but we didn't. So thank God. And he was driving slowly and carefully. He made sure that the doors were locked and everything. We were driving. We were all, both him and I were like this, just super like scared, but all of that for a guy you don't even know. Are you mad? Anyways, all of that for a guy you don't even know. So we're driving. Finally, we exit that dodgy place and then we get to the town that we were seeing when we were up there. In a valley, that was the town that the guy lived at. So we tell the guy, oh, okay, this is where we currently are. We tell him the landmarks and everything. This is where we are. This is what we're seeing. So he's like, now there's no need for GPS. Now he's directing us. Well, turn where you are. Turn on this corner. Da 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 da. Cool. Hey, I get to the guy's place. We get to his estate. We get to the guy's estate and wow. Actually at the estate there's like security and the gate at the gate and then from there you drive and drive around the very same estate. So we are driving cool, then we get to the section where he lives, the part of the estate where he lives. And then ah the guy is like, when I'm inside, I think I'm inside the Uber. So he's waiting for us outside his apartment in the parking lot. So as he's waiting for us, I look out the window to take a look at him. And guys, yeah. Wamuhle windoni yamazi. What? What a beautiful chocolate man. Ha 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 ha. If you know the movie White Chicks, you will get what I'm doing, what I'm saying right now. You guys, what a beautiful chocolate man. Guys, he was tall, he was dark skinned, he had a beard. Oh my gosh, he had a beard. A big ass beard with, but it was clean, it's a clean beard. And yo guys, he was so handsome. Yo yo yo. I was like, at least Shem. He's tall and he's buff and he's dark skinned. He's tall, he's buff, he's dark skinned. God, he's just so beautiful, man. But seriously, guys, he's so handsome, and I was like, yeah, at least he's not ugly, Shem. At least so the Uber guy drops me off, and then the guy tells the Uber guy to wait as he goes to like fetch his money. So I say bye bye to the Uber guy. I say bye bye to the Uber guy, and basically, he thing is he lets me stay. Like I wait in the apartment. I think we went together to his apartment. That estate is the type of estate. It's not houses. It's flats. So he lived in a flat. So when I was saying goodbye to the Uber guy and thanked him, I thanked him. So I was like, thank you so much for bringing me here. I was saying goodbye to the Uber guy. So I said goodbye to the Uber guy, and I waited. I went upstairs with the guy, and then he basically told me to wait in his apartment while he's going downstairs to pay the Uber guy. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm waiting. In the kitchen, there are those chairs, right? You know those chairs, the chairs in the kitchen. Those tall Nyana chairs, I don't know what they're called, but yeah, I was waiting for him to come back from his downstairs, to come back from him paying the Uber guy. So he's done paying the Uber guy. Now he comes. I can hear the footsteps coming, and I'm like, so I don't know if I was nervous or excited, but I think it was both. I was both nervous and excited. But one thing for sure that I was not is scared. For some reason, for some odd reason, I was not scared. So I wasn't scared, shame. So he comes. As he comes, he's like, he gives me this bunny chow. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is the only food that I was able to get because, at 11 o'clock, most restaurants are closed. And I really wanted to take you out, but I did drive around to go check out whatever restaurant was like available, open or whatever, but I couldn't find anything. So I'm so sorry. The Indian place was the only place that was open. So I just bought you the one that's closer to home, which is a bunny chow, but this one it's an Indian bunny chow. I was like, okay, it's okay because I've never had an Indian bunny chow before, so I was actually excited that I'm gonna be trying out an Indian bunny chow because I have never had it before. So that bunny chow is like half a loaf, then they take out the bread and then they stuff in meat, spicy meat inside. I think it's cow meat. Yeah, and then they put the bread on top to cover the meat. Guys, it was so delicious. Ine ilimonat. Do you understand? It was very nice. But either way, I looked at him like, and I was like, you. One thing about you, I don't know you. I legit don't know you, and I don't even remember where I could have possibly met you. He looks at me, he's like, yo, I'm also trying to remember, but yo, nothing is coming to mind. Like, sister, I've never met you before. I thought maybe when I see you face to face, I was gonna remember something, but he's like, I don't know you. I'm like, I also don't know you. So I'm like, what do we do now? He's like, well, let's try to think. Let's try to think of the places where we think we could have possibly met because I told him I told him that because I was a student at that time and students go out a lot. Students go out a lot. So I said to him, uh maybe we met somewhere, maybe in a club or something, and then we don't remember because after you had a drink or like one drink or two, you might exchange numbers with somebody and not remember the next day. Then you just receive a random call from a guy, hey, we met last night. So I said to him, maybe that's that situation. And he's like, well, if you go out, okay, you go out, whatever. But he's like, I don't go out at all. I'm like, no ways. You can't say at all. What do you mean at all? Like you've never ever went out? He's like, no, not that I've never went out, but I'm just generally a person who doesn't go out. But I'm like, no, man, you must have went out somewhere. Like, think of something. Think of a place you have possibly went to. He's like, no, I really don't go out, but I'll go out like once in a while. And he's like, and I'm not even going to a club. I will go to like Cubana. I'm like, Danko. I'm like, which Cuban? He's like, Medellin. I'm like, Danko. I'm like, my brother, that place, I don't know how many times I go to that place. So let us conclude it here. You say you don't go out, but you just mentioned Cubana. And me and my friend, we used to love Cubana. We love the food. So when Guy mentioned Cubana, I was like, let us just conclude it there. We met at Cubana. Let's conclude it there. Because if it's not Cubana, you say you don't go out to any other place. And if you met me when you were sober, you were probably gonna remember me, right? So let's just conclude at no, we met at Cubana. Let's just conclude it there. He's like, you think so? I'm like, yeah, because where else could we have possibly met? You just mentioned Cubana, and I'm always at Cubana, so let's conclude it there. He's a sweet guy, Shem. Him and I had a very long conversation. Uh, I don't remember everything that we talked about, but I do know that the conclusion that where we met, it was Cubana because if it's not Cubana, then where? You mentioned Cubana, my brother, so let's just conclude that that's where we met. Other than that, we were talking and talking the whole night. I'm sure we went to sleep. I think about 3 a.m. somewhere there, or 2 a.m. And he showed me a guest. He showed me a guest bedroom. He slept at his room, and then I slept at the other room. Yo, he's such a kind guy, Shem. Cause on the long conversation that him and I had, he mentioned that he's from Malawi. You know, he's in South Africa because he's working here. And I was like, okay, guys, so I'm gonna be going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless normal to oily. It's pressed. It's a pressed powder. This is how it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my LA Girl Setting Spray Fix and Set Makeup for long extended wear. Setting spray to set my makeup. Okay, guys, so this is the final look. This hair is from Blessed Heads. I'm gonna link the link down below. It's from Blessed Heads, Blessed Queen hair. Yes, it's 100% human hair, and this is a fringe, as you guys can see. I think a fringe, it goes well with my look for today. Super duper affordable wigs, you guys. Wigs from as little as 950. So yeah, this makeup is my shade, you guys. As you can see, look at the color of my neck, the color of everything is blending, everything is communicating. Anyways, let me stop blabbing. I love this makeup. I hope you guys love it too. Yeah, if you wanna, the hair is from Blessed Queen hair. I will link it down below. As I said, very very affordable. Yeah, I really 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 love this hair. If you know me, you do know that I love quality things at an affordable price. So if a company is selling quality hair at an affordable price, listen, why would I just chill at home with my money? Listen, I'm going to spend. So yes, guys, that is it for today. Please do join me on this platform, YouTube, by subscribing, and please do also join me, be my friend there by Instagram. I will be linking everything down below so that you can just quickly click and go to it. But my Instagram handle is Miss Blessing Judge. So yeah, this is my makeup for today. I look like a doll. I look like I'm going out and I'm not even going anyway. Anyway, subscribe, like, comment, share, do all of that good stuff. Guys, what do you think of my makeup today? To the people that always be like, oh my gosh, your makeup is too light. How about today? How does it look today? How about today? But of course, you guys are just looking out for me and I really appreciate that. So yes, I will be seeing you guys on my next video. Thank you so much for tuning in.